Hello and welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video if you somehow came across it. This is basically just going to be a little series I'm going to create to document my entry into sim racing. Now, some of you might be thinking Forza Motorsport is probably not the best sim racing game available, but as I don't even own my own sim racing equipment, I figured it's a low barrier to entry as it is free to play on the Game Pass. And it has a decent campaign where I can get some rubber to the road without running people off the road in online lobbies. My plan for this series is to mainly just document and play through the campaign / story mode of this game, as well as mix in some multiplayer lobbies and build up some confidence, so if I do commit to something like iRacing or anything that's a better sim, that I'll at least have some time behind the wheel and not just run people off the road as soon as I get to an online competitive lobby. So I'm not completely new to sim racing. I've maybe put 4 or 5 hours on a few different random games, but I want to see from start to finish how much I can improve, where I need to improve, and what main things I should focus on when racing. So straight away, right after the opening cutscene, you get thrown into Maple Valley, driving a Corvette E-Ray.
Maple Valley is the perfect track to put the new Corvette E-Ray through its paces. It's not a race. You won't be alone out there, so keep an eye out for traffic.
I do actually really like these cutscenes. I feel like the graphics are pretty damn good. And the narration adds a little bit to the immersion.
Path on track. When it's blue, be on the gas. When it's red, hit those brakes.
So immediately, I will probably use the racing line for a little bit just because I'm not familiar with any tracks and I'm getting used to the game entirely. As you can see, I already almost lose on the very first turn I take, but I was able to recover slightly, and now I'm pushing around outside of a few vehicles. This Corvette has crazy acceleration, but I'm sure as it is the first entry level into the game, that it's making me more confident than I should be in my abilities. Now we're coming to a hard braking zone. I tried to go up the inside and just lose it completely and stuff it into the wall. Now, when I used to play racing games, I probably would just restart and restart until I got a perfect lap. But as this is documenting my journey, I want to show all of the mishaps and all of the things I'm doing wrong as a driver. Just like I did in this corner. I was frustrated about crashing and tried to overdrive and make up time, which is definitely not the right thing to do. But I also realized that I probably should go in and change the settings as I haven't had a chance to do it yet. I am looking to turn the braking onto ABS off. I wasn't seeing the option there for it. But as you can see, it is there. I just wasn't looking hard enough. I also want to switch it over into fully manual because you're able to get more out of the car and you have more feel driving manual than automatic. And as a racing sim, you should be driving the car as much in your hands as possible. So I go ahead and get turned around here and try to respect traffic behind me, so I stay off to the left, let this guy pass, and get back on it. So I'm shifting up through the gears here. I'm quickly passing this car. And I'm coming up to another braking zone, and I downshifted way too early and almost spin it off the track. So now, after a few close calls and 2 bangs into the wall, I'm driving a little bit more cautious. I see here that I probably should have kept a lot more speed through this curve, but I just don't want to put into the wall again. Just trying to go for a clean lap. This isn't a race, but you can't help but going fast. Now, as you can see with the racing line there, probably came in a little hot, but I was able to keep it on the road. Coming up quickly behind this guy, am I going to pass the left, pass the right, and there I go. Not knowing the tracks, the way the road undulated there a little bit, passing to the right, just shot straight into the barrier. And that should wrap up the practice lap in this Corvette. It was a pretty
That's just a
fast
taste of a
accelerating
typical
car.
practice
It was
session with light
not too
traffic.
bad to drive.
Now let's see what the
But of
final laps of
course,
an endurance
it's
race
just
is like
a
against a full
practice,
field of competition.
and this isn't the
Next
car I'm
stop,
going to be driving
Marconi,
in the
Japan.
meantime.
Plenty of laps behind us and only a couple more to go. Just one last pit stop for fresh tires, and you'll be in a great position for the final push.
So now it throws you into a completely different scenario. We're in a multi-class race with a really high downforce car,
Track is
and
clear
we're
to the
looking
left.
to
Get on it.
make up a few positions in the last 2 laps of this race. So into this very first corner, getting used to a new car, go a little bit deep, but don't lose any control of the vehicle, putting the gas right to the floor again. As this has such high grip, I can just easily cruise around all these vehicles ahead of me in different classes. Get a little side swipe there. And if I was on a multiplayer lobby, that guy would probably try to dive bomb me as soon as he possibly could. But I am also in a much faster vehicle, so I'm cruising up by some cars here, trying to weave my way through traffic. Looking to maybe lunge up the inside there, but not worth it. I've got the speed to just pass him as soon as we open up onto this corner here. And of course, a little deep into the next one. And driving this car directly after driving that Corvette really shows the different feels that different vehicles can have in this game. So I'm going to have to get used to all the different vehicles. Going a little deep into that corner there. But every car drives so much differently, and it'll take some time to get used to each and every one. We're coming up on the last lap here. It says I'm in 9th place. So I'm trying to make up some positions where I am. It looks like I'm coming up to the back of my class. Got to slow down a bit here. Looks like we're stuck behind some traffic. Go to the outside and just slam the gas down. This car has enough grip that the outside line there was perfectly fine to take. They were just stuck behind some slower cars. Get a little love kiss in the same spot as I did last lap. But now I am pushing to make up some more places. Coming up on some cars here, so I'm trying to move to the left to get around them, and ooh, I almost got squeezed off there. Able to lay on the brakes, still carry a lot more speed around this corner than these cars in my class were. Might have gone off track a little bit there, but we were still able to get the move done. Corvette in front of me, pushing him a little bit into this corner. Probably should have tried to weave around him, but I wasn't sure where he was going. I'm actually currently in first in my class now, so all I really need to do is hold it together for the rest of the lap, and that'll be a successful run. Final corner there, and I did not bin it, so we are able to take first place on this multi-class race. It's a lot of fun actually being able to race around slower cars, having a different grip set, and being able to take different lines. Those types of races are actually really enjoyable.
From open practice runs to thrilling wheel-to-wheel races, that's just a small sample of what's ahead. Ready to begin your motorsport journey?
So that was essentially the intro into Forza Motorsport, the different vehicles, the different tracks, multi-class racing. Kind of gives you a taste of what's to come. So now you're able to change your driver, see what kind of racing suit you want to wear, and it throws you straight into your first major decision,
from the showroom
what
floor
car
to the winner's
you're going to
circle
drive.
is the culmination of 1,000 little decisions. Every part, every detail, all carefully chosen by great builders who know what it takes to push a car past its perceived limitations, to find that extra tenth of a second, and in the process, create something that is a unique extension of themselves. Your car's journey begins here. To become a Builders' Cup champion, you'll need to outsmart and outbuild your opponents before battling it out wheel to wheel on race day.
So I think that's where I'm going to end this one. On the next video, you will see which decision I make between the Subaru STI, the Civic Type R, or the Mustang GT. Thanks for watching, and I will see you whenever I upload again. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you did somehow come across this, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a like, maybe subscribe, and I will try to get new content out as soon as possible.